Okay, so jumping back into it. Number 7, sports. I find it easy if the coaches call their plays numbers or colors. Any people who is on a team or coaches, if you have a deaf player or a hard of hearing, it's easy to do a number or a color like in sign language. Like if you say number 2 and you keep up the number 2, 2. We're doing 3. Most people do 3, but it's really 3. Or you do the colors, blue, red. Sometimes I'll teach who is the lead guard player, like basketball or softball, sometimes volleyball. It's just, I ask them to do the number. It's just easy to pick up on it. The one thing I want the coaches and the team players to be mindful of, please do not blame them for something they can't control. There are several games where I didn't hear the color or number or any instruction. I will probably lose the game, cause losing the game, or I caused a mistake that make us lose a point, or just little things like that. And sometimes they'll yell at me like, what are you doing? I said blue. I said this. You gotta listen. You gotta focus more. Sometimes coaches will pull me out because I didn't hear it. Eight, pulling them out of classes for speech therapies. I love speech therapies. They're fun. I love them. But there are some cases where I usually do them after school. When I was in 6th grade, I think it was like 4th through 6th, where I had to be pulled out, and it's usually during English. And just to do the speech therapy, and the speech therapy with a different person. I never done it with her. I don't even know her name. I felt bad, but I had to do a 2nd grade level reading, and we just read. I have no problem. I can read. And I speak pretty good at that time, at that age. It's just, I want more challenging words. And because of that, pulling them out during English, I missed out homework. Lots of homework out of that, and I don't even know what it's about, what I'm supposed to do. I always miss something. I wish I have speech therapy during recess, but recess is kind of a stress-free moment. But I do not like missing classes. I wish it's the same homework. Like, if you're gonna do that, at least you bring that homework or bring that lesson for us to learn. Yeah, it's 6th grade was not a good year for me in that English. I miss a lot, and I almost failed. That English was bad. I'll never forget that. No. Lunches. I love food. It is no doubt about it. Lunch is where there's so many people in one room. It's a lot. Sometimes I'll turn it off. I remember sitting at the end of the table almost every time. Yeah. A lot of people like to save seats for the friends. They usually at the end of it, which I don't mind. I'd rather not be in the middle, to be honest. But I remember looking at the ceiling or counting the bricks. Even though, yeah. I'm jealous. I was always jealous. Lunch was the moment where I felt really an outsider. I always wonder, how can you hear that person? How can I keep up with that topic? How can I keep up with this? And I find it easier to shut down and count how many lights there is in that room, how many bricks in one particular spot. How many seconds I have to leave. Like, always counting the seconds till recess. Sometimes when things get too much, I'll go to the bathroom. Number 10, teachers, please do not place limits on us. Don't brush us off. And I kind of mentioned it earlier. What I mean by brushing us off, like when you take turns reading the paragraphs and you go around the rows, and when it's my turn, you skipped me. There are some cases where you just skip me. You say, oh, next, Taylor, you know how to do it. Don't do it. And sometimes, I don't know where we are because some kids really mumbled. And And I love paragraphs. When they say each paragraph, I'll be like counting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm the 10th. And I start, okay, this is the paragraph I'm reading. And sometimes I get in trouble because I didn't know someone skip a paragraph or a sentence count as a paragraph. The other example, I think I was a sophomore in high school. This teacher, coach, it's a small school. It's a biology final. I studied hard for it and I was very confident. For some reason, he came to me in the beginning of the final. He passed all the finals. He saved one for last for me. And he whispered, he's like, Taylor, there's 112. Yeah, 112 questions. Each one is a point. And he said, you're only going to do 60. I'll grade just 60. And I said, why? And he said, well, you need help. And I said, I've been making straight A's in this class. Why do I need help now? He said, well, someone told me and you need help with the hearing. And I said, but this is a written test. No, I want you to grade every one. I want to take 112 questions. I want to take it. It was my first time being frustrated with a teacher. Whenever a teacher did something that's so frustrating, I just accept it and think it's normal. That was the point in that biology class where he told me, just take 60. It's like, no. And I told him, I'm going to answer every question and you're going to grade every one of them. He's like, I will not do that. And I said, yes, you will. And I was trying not to make, I told him, yes, I will. And when he's like, okay, it's kind of funny because I was very quiet, shy girl. And that was my first time speaking up to a teacher. And when he left, and I made this little prayer, I was like, Lord, help me. I know I can do it. I'm going to get every single one right. And I did. I got 112. Every single one of them. Just because we can't hear doesn't mean we're dumb. Doesn't mean we're incapable. The only thing we cannot do well is hearing. That's it. That's it.